Hi everyone, Diane here, welcome to my studio. Today is 1st of January 2023 and I was just going through all the comments on the channel and somebody said that where she's living they've suddenly become completely inundated with dragonflies. So I thought, well, okay. Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolours in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board, click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolour. Then I opened up my my journal. This is my I don't want to call it a junk journal, not a junk journal. This is the journal I made last year, which is full of odds and ends and bits and pieces and lots of, as you can see, opening at random, lots of dragonflies. Opened at this page this morning and I thought, right then, okay, let's make some dragonflies. And just a quick glimpse at what I have in my utter wisdom written today, 2023. And welcome to 2023, a new year, a new leaf, page, leaf, new book, January 1st, with thanks for my beautiful daughter Tamsin. This is a photograph of my daughter taken when she was just graduating high school in Canada. So that's a long time ago. That's a proof, I think. I don't think that was a proper photo. Excuse my plaster on my finger. It's just a crack in the corner there and it's refusing to heal, so I've covered it up. Anyway, so there's that, and so the next page was that one, a piece of handmade paper covering up. This is another idea for the spring, for the, this time of year when the hyacinths come out. I might do that soon. So, and this is from Denise, and yeah, there we are then. So dragonflies it is. You can go and sit over there and be inspirational. Thank you. I've got a pad here. I'm getting towards the end of my etcher paper. This is an etcher watercolour block. It says cold press, I think. It should be all right. I don't know how that's going to work out. We'll see. Then I thought today I'd treat myself since it is first of the new year. I'm going to use this Gallo set, but any set of paints obviously will do. The Gallo ones are nice, but they're a bit pricey. I was lucky to be given those. And that's another word I'm going to take out of my vocabulary this year. Gifted, don't like that. The word is given. And it's a bit like, what's the other one I said I wasn't going to say anymore? Yes, grab. I'm not going to grab anything ever again. Remember when first time I went to Canada and went into, I don't know what kind of a coffee shop or whatever it was, and people were saying, can I get a coffee? And I'm like, well, yes, of course you can. Because in England we say, can I have a coffee? And over there you all say, can I get it? Sounds a bit strange. Anyway, I've got some greens here. I'm not sure what I'm going to use those for. Maybe I'll use them for leaves and things. So I'll put them out of the way for a minute. And this is my mixing palette, and what I'll probably do is pick up some colour on here, try it out on here. Ceramic is always better than plastic. If you use a plastic mixing palette, usually it will bead up and you can't really see, a bit like what happens here. This tends to bead up. It's not too bad. Some are worse than this. So the ceramic is better. These aren't expensive. You can get these. I don't know. There's so many different ways of painting dragonflies, and I'm not that keen on starting with a plan. So I don't know. I'm just going to put some paint down. But I think with dragonflies, one of the things that's nice is to use plenty of water so that you get very light colour effect. So and make it kind of broken. I don't know if this is going to work. But then for the centres, you're going to want something darker, aren't you? So I don't know whether a really dark purple would work. And one way of doing it is to just drop in something for the top and then just come down in segments, because they are segmented insects, aren't they? So a bit like that. And then I don't know whether I'm going to like this paper. I don't know whether this video is going to work. We'll see. Maybe this is a bit dark. I don't know. That's the trouble with this gallows set. And that's the trouble with this paper. It's kind of heavy. Can be very heavy because it's the pigment, you know, it's got particles. I'm going to lift some of that off. Yeah, it's better. And I'm going to try to use my what am I going to try to use? My self-control, that's it. This is the thing, it's hard to do less. Less is almost always more. Sigh. Pen, need a pen. Well, there we are. That's stunningly ungood dragonfly. Let's try doing it slightly differently. Much less paint. It's pouring with rain. No sun. Okay, now that I think is better. I'm going to wait for that to dry. This one, I think we might need to embellish with some white later. And I don't know why that came out. It's just kind of heavy. Strange. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the paper, you know. What can you say? Let's go for some greenish now. So that's that way, maybe more straight on. And the cat wants to come in. Forgot to open the cat flap this morning. That's better, and a little bit more blue. And what colour shall I do the centres? How about that colour? And where's my pen? I am going to have to go shopping for some more of these pens, since they all seem to have died on me now. Oh, for goodness sake. What about this one? Let's try this one. This is a Kuretake one. I don't know where this came from. That's better. Keep looking at this and thinking, what? I'm going to try and lift some of that again. It has been known for the potentially the worst, though, to when it's dry turn out to be okay. So we'll see. And now let's have another one. How about a little bit of pinky with a little bit of blue. And let's put something like that. So we didn't stay up till midnight last night. We watched the fireworks from Sydney, Australia, at about what was it? I don't know, 9:30, something like, no, 10, 10:30. I don't think it was live. I think it just happened a while before. Quite a lot of fireworks. But apparently it had become a bit of a political thing, and I'm not really keen on that. I didn't watch any of the programmes or anything like that. And then this morning, when I got up and we'd have finished arguing, I watched London, and that turned out to be political too. Gay pride. Football. Okay. Celebrating different things like that. I mentioned the Queen passing last year, and I don't know, I don't remember the New Year being like that. I thought it was just all about having a good time and getting drunk, and perhaps, I don't know, I mean, not that I ever did. I could never stay awake till midnight. Definitely can't stay awake and on my feet. I'm still awake in bed. Okay, so Coming down the bottom here, it's got to be a bit smaller. When I first started doing dragonflies, I tended to be very pernickety about the shape, but after a while I decided you could get a kind of dragonfly look without trying so hard. Okay, and so probably what we want as well, now I'll use the pen for this, is some background butterflies. You do them in all sorts of ways. Again, I used to be pernickety about how I did butterflies, and now I've learnt quite a lot from some of you ladies out there, like Posy and Deb and so on, about not even trying to make, well, that doesn't sound right. I mean, what do I mean? I don't know. I'll shut up now. Oh, this pen's working a bit better now. It's going a bit darker. I don't really want it any darker. It was working quite nicely, thank you very much. Okay, so now I'm going to paint the butterflies, and I think I'll do them in greens. Hello, Arthur. And I'm going to put some, oh, hang on a minute. No. I have a copper coloured pen. I'm going to put some spirals. I had a parcel today. I'm going to show it to you. I opened from Mr. Kuretake in Japan, the one who I buy my brushes from mostly. He sent me a white rabbit, which is for this year is the year of the rabbit, Chinese, Japanese style. I think New Year, Japanese New Year is later on in the month. So I'll show that to you, and we'll paint some white rabbits. A friend of mine always used to say white rabbits on the first of the month, so I suppose since today is the first of the month, it has to be white rabbits. Arthur, if I lean back, you'll get squashed. Okay, so there's my spirals, and you probably need some leaves as well. Okay, now I'm going to get the hairdryer. I'm going to put some veins in here, especially on this side where I really felt it got a bit too dark. Quite like using white pen on top of watercolour. It gives a lightning effect. Lightning lifts it, and if you feel you've done anything wrong, you can, re-enter the shape. You can sort of do that. It's like using pen and ink only because it is pen and ink, and it's lighter than using black. And you can put circles and patterns on, which you don't necessarily really see at first glance. Oh, for those of you who haven't looked at the community posts, we put up a list yesterday because, starting at the beginning, Jenna Rainey did a video about her choice of the top 20 channels to watch in 2023, and she kindly included us. So in the same spirit of community, we thought we would recommend some channels that I'd discovered over the last year and that you might not have heard of. So if you go to the community posts, you'll see one there that mentions that we've just reached 80,000 subscribers, and that's partly, well, it's not actually, we got there before Jenna. When Jenna mentioned us, we suddenly had a little surge, but we'd already just hit 80,000. So that was really good. That's a very nice thing to have happen at the beginning of 2023. Anyway, so I've mentioned my top 10 tiny channels, and some of them are really tiny, like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, or one has got even fewer than that, less than 1,000, I think. Just interesting to see different people around the world. My choice is of people from Norway and Sweden and Denmark and Germany and France and Scotland and Australia, and I think there's one from America as well, but most of them are from other parts of the world, which I think is nice. A lot of them are in English anyway, but if they're not even in English, you can read the subtitles. They almost always have subtitles. And yeah, we're lucky to be in a position now where we can actually start to support other people too, which this time last year we weren't. Okay, so then the little leaves will be green. And I wonder whether we might just put some to be very delicate about putting in darker shades. Maybe very delicate there. Break it up a little bit with water. You get a little bit of a resist effect when you paint over the white ink, which is quite nice. It gives your dragonflies a little bit more sort of iridescence. And you could, of course, use the actual iridescent paints for this. That gives a little bit more of a synthetic effect. I'm trying to keep it a little bit natural, but it's quite a nice possibility as well. And we'll let that dry. I think I made a bit of a mess here with my clumsy hand. Never mind, doesn't matter, it's only smack bang in the middle of the painting. Right, okay, so we will put a hairdryer on that and see what we've created. Okay, so it's dry, and I'm now going to just come in with my pen because I've decided that it needs a pen, and I'm going to try to make it a little bit more interesting. So in my honest opinion, I don't think this paper helped with this painting. So in future, I won't use this particular, but I think it's probably just me and the Monday morning effect. You know how it is. Post-holiday thingy, what's it? I do wish it would stop raining though. That is done pretty much. I'm just kind of scribbling in some definition. I don't know whether it's going to improve it. Or not. Maybe. We can play around like this, and maybe I'll improve the butterflies a little bit by putting some bodies in the centre like that. So what would you do at this point? Keep going? Stop? You know, that's that perennial, when do you know if it's finished? I would say basically I know it's finished when I'm bored with it. So I've had enough, you know, so like, oh, whatever. I give up sort of thing. Or, you know, that's, or more often than not, it's lunchtime. Time for food. Okay, let's put some eyes in. I haven't thought about that. It should be red, but I don't know that red will really work. There we go. Put some eyes in. There's one of the channels I was telling you about is in German. The lady who does it is German, and she started her Christmas or New Year video with a little snippet of herself and her son and her husband playing violin, piano, and cello or something. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember now what the third instrument was. Doing her introduction music themselves live as a family, and I thought, oh, how lovely, how lovely. That's a small channel. Those of you who speak or understand German, it's quite fun to watch. The Scandinavians are interesting too. Tamsin said, one of them, she said, oh, look, she's doing the same sort of stuff. I wonder if she's copying you. I don't care. All you young people out there. Got a long way to go yet. Quite like to watch people like I always watch Emma and Jenna. See what they're up to. I know how hard it is to run a business and to have babies at the same time, so I think Emma's struggled a bit this year, and it's not surprising with 2 children. I think, well, when I was running my business, when I had 2 children, I definitely needed input from my husband, and yeah, things were hard. So the thing is, when you're building up your painting like this, if you've decided that you're going to go for some contrast, which I did, and I'm going to have to put something on top of there, aren't I, to make that disappear a bit. I think maybe another butterfly. Work over the whole painting. Don't just work over one dragonfly at a time. Work over the whole painting. Really green, aren't we? It's better. And then perhaps we can. No, that one's not. I must have a clear out. Okay, I think that's probably going to do. You can always add more leaves and more spirals and whatever, but I think it's time for lunch. 20 to 1, time to go and get lunch ready. I will let you go. Whoops, here is my original, my loose, whatever kind of thing. And I turned out this today. Just goes to show one thing after another. And there we are. So I will see you again soon, and I'll leave you with my page of dragonflies. Bye for now, everybody, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.